Alright folks, welcome back to Eastshade, or welcome to Eastshade if this is your first video that you're watching from my series. I do recommend this being the first video if you don't want spoilers, because I will do my best to not spoil anything. This is going to be more of a review of if you should play the game, and who the game is for. So over the last, month and a half, I guess, I was doing a series of videos playing this wonderful little game, and yeah, it's quite enjoyable for some parts of it, I should say. We're gonna wander around a little bit, just kind of show you a little bit, but mainly I want to talk about who this game is for and why I do recommend playing it. So this is a very peaceful game. If you're looking for something that doesn't have combat or anything really tense, it is a fun little exploration game, and it's based on an artist going exploring where her I'm assuming it's a her, the character. You don't really know, nor do you know what the character is, like species-wise. You can probably assume that you're ape folk, like the person in front of us here, because that is the majority of the characters that you run into. So I feel that's probably appropriate. Nice little scene here. We'll watch the eclipse here as I talk. So you do hit the ground kind of clueless a little bit, which is one of the things I do want to talk about. Is I wish there was a little bit more direction at times, not for everything, because open world games you want to be able to explore, but there are a couple things that it's like, okay, what's the quest? Where do we go to even follow on with this quest, right? Put a map marker on there or something, like most games do, like, hey, search in this bubble. Because there's a couple things that if you don't do it at night or don't do it during the day, you'll just completely miss it. And if you don't know that, you'll just keep missing it. So a little bit of a disappointment there. But the Discord community is awesome for the game and for the developer. He's got some other smaller games as well that are in development that are also in the same kind of genre as this, were very peaceful. So who would I recommend this game for? Anybody looking for a change of pace. There's no monsters to slash up. There's nothing crazy going on. Like, I would completely let my 6-year-old play this game if he was able to use a keyboard, because there is an issue with having peripherals plugged in trying to play the game. I have flight controls, if you're following my channel, and gamepad and things like that. So all of that being plugged in when I first tried the game really messed with the controls. I didn't have any control over anything, so it is very much a keyboard and mouse game, and it's fine. You just have to unplug everything when you're playing this. Not a huge deal. Most of us are used to that for certain things, so it's not that much of an issue. I do wish it was playable with the gamepad a little bit easier, because then you can just sit back and enjoy the scenery a little bit better. But yeah, it's a great little game. I mean, it's hard to sit and watch this eclipse here for a moment here, but one of the coolest things about this game is, a little bit of a spoiler if you haven't watched the rest of the videos, is there's a daily eclipse. Yeah, I mean, how cool would that be if we if we had something like this for real life? That would be pretty incredible. And with that, the artist and the developer of this game did a fantastic job with the scenery. I mean, you can tell it's a 5-ish years old game. This is recording in 2025, late 2025, so it's an older game, and I'm running on an older PC, so it works fine. A game like this on Unreal with the modern tech would be absolutely incredible. Just to say, that'd be really cool. Of grab a screenshot there because we can. And yeah, so this is the beautiful view that you get every day in the game, and you can really enjoy the ambience. You know, without spoiling too much, there are a couple really neat modes of transportation that we've found that are quite fun to mess around with, boats and the bike and things like that. But fast travel is something I try not to do very much in most of my games, but it is available at the cost of tea. Menus and working through the menus and things like that, very easy. Very simple stuff. Map, there's a map. I don't want to show you too much, but you've seen that if you watched the other videos. And yeah, I just wanted to come in and give my feedback on the game. I did enjoy it. I did get a little frustrated at times. I'll admit that for sure. Mainly because didn't have a clue what something was or where to go. Because it didn't really tell you where to go. You just have to kind of remember things. I do recommend that, is make sure you pay attention from the very get-go of what you read and any dialogues that you catch, because there's things later on that will tie back to those, and it's helpful to remember that stuff, which is, I guess, normal and kind of an RPG, but sometimes you have an archive in your, at least in the games that I've played, you'd have an archive of the things that you've collected that you can kind of follow back on, like, hey, let me read that again. Wonderful little eclipse coming out the other side now. Pretty cool view. This is just one of many really good views in the game. I mean, this pink forest here, Blushwood Forest, is really cool. Just a neat environment that they've created here. Wonderful little game. And as an artist myself, because the game is based on painting, I'll just do a quick paint here. It is based on painting. I should have done this a few minutes ago when the eclipse was full. Oh well. Because it is based on painting quests, it's actually gotten me back on the canvas in real world, which is really cool. So being able to get back on the painting myself, it's the oils that I usually try to focus on in the real world, is really cool. And so appreciate that to the developers for getting me back in the old hobby. Good fun. But if this is your first video, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's not the most expensive game in the world, and it is fun. If you're following up with this at the end of watching this series of the playthrough, thanks for watching. If this is something that you would like to see more of on the channel, please let me know. I dabble with a lot of different types of games, mostly flight sims and space sims, and got some other stuff coming up soon as well. But thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Please let me know what you think down below in the comments. Take it easy.